there's no way that they actually do this. A wild suggestion from Stephen A. Smith, none other than Stephen A. Smith, about who the Cowboys should target as their next head coach. It's going to shock you, and I don't think it makes too much sense, but we'll break it down on this episode of Cowboys Digest. Welcome in, everybody, to Cowboys Digest. I'm your host, Peter Vrionis, and today we're going to be breaking down the potential next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys after that stuff that Micah Parsons said yesterday about his current head coach, Mike McCarthy. It seems like the writing is on the wall for head coach McCarthy, and seems that he's on his way out at the end of this year. He's been described as a lame duck coach. He's under the cloud of a one-year contract. Probably not going to be back next year, especially after the failure of a season that the Cowboys have had. But I don't think it's on him. I think it's on Jerry Jones. And Jerry is probably going to do something stupid this offseason. But before he does do anything stupid, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because 85% of you watching these videos are not subbed to the channel. It'd mean the world to me if you could help get me to my goal of 3,000 subs. We're almost there. So thanks, guys, so much for the support. Let's get straight into it. And the breaking news, Deion Sanders is the heavy favorite to be the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, per Bovada. So that is a gambling website. Coach Prime has had an amazing relationship with Dallas owner Jerry Jones for over 30 years now. The fit is perfect. I don't know if the fit is perfect. But let's move on here. Let's move on to what Stephen A. Smith had to say. I believe that the Dallas Cowboys should tank the rest of the season, get the number 1 overall pick so you can draft Shedeur Sanders and hire primetime Deion Sanders as your head coach. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, this might be the stupidest thing that Stephen A. Smith has ever said, and that is saying something. Because he says stupid things on the daily, man. He really does. And the Cowboys should not tank and draft Shedeur Sanders because they just paid Dak Prescott $60 million a season. So if you're wasting a top 5 pick, which presumably the Cowboys are going to get, on a quarterback, you want him to play. You want that top 5 pick to have an instant impact. And then you have to trade away Dak Prescott in order for that top pick to play, and Dak Prescott will cost you about $103 in dead cap money. So Jerry Jones is going to be paying Dak Prescott $100 million to play on another team and waste a top 5 pick on a quarterback when he just signed his previous quarterback to the largest deal in NFL history. Stephen A. Smith, I understand half of what you're asking for here, hire primetime Deion Sanders, but draft Shedeur Sanders, that's idiotic, and that makes no sense, and I don't understand how Stephen A. Smith comes up with these things, because he knows it's going to get clicks, and I keep falling for it. I keep falling for the bait. I keep using his garbage on this platform. I'm not going to do it anymore. But this was just so ridiculous that I had to show you guys. How does this make any sense? How? Come on, Stephen A. And Deion Sanders, I want to give him credit because he's been fantastic this year with the Colorado Buffaloes. They have a 7-2 record, and they're not too far away from the college football playoff. Deion Sanders has done exactly what he said he would. Don't be fooled by the narrative some outlets and haters push. Prime is the real deal, the team is the real deal, and they aren't done yet. I'm extremely happy for Colorado and all of their supporters. Now, Primetime does it his way, man. He doesn't mince his words, and I think that is why Jeff Saturday is saying that Deion Sanders would be the perfect fit for the situations because he doesn't let himself get pushed around. But Jerry Jones doesn't let himself get pushed around either. He said it himself. There's never been a move since I've been involved with the Dallas Cowboys that has concerned the Dallas Cowboys that I have not been involved with. So that, to me, is saying that you can hire whoever you want as the head coach, but I call the shots around here. Jerry Jones refuses to put up damn curtains, for God's sake. He refuses to put up curtains that causes sunlight to come in and blind his players. He refuses to do that because he's so damn stubborn. He just refuses to listen to anybody. So Jerry is a grumpy old man who refuses to make changes, who refuses to have things go anything but his way. And for that reason, I don't think he would hire Coach Prime. And I don't think Coach Prime would be the right fit for this team. He would hire another coach, similar to Mike McCarthy. And it's no disrespect to McCarthy. I think he's a good football coach. But he doesn't really have the free reign to do whatever he wants to do. Sure, he's calling plays and he's able to manage the roster the way that he wants to on game days, but Jerry Jones is the one making the trades. Jerry Jones is the one addressing some roster issues or some roster concerns. Primetime would not let that fly, and he could have a good relationship with Jerry Jones now, but I guarantee you that thing would sour pretty quickly if Deion Sanders were to come on board. And I want to give some love to the Colorado Buffaloes yet again, because they are 7-2. They're not too far away from the college football playoff, and they basically control their own destiny. If they could win out, they'll probably be one of the top 12 teams in the nation and be able to play for the college football championship, which would be nice. It'd be a great story and definitely bring a lot of viewers to the table. But Deion has said many times that he doesn't want to coach in the NFL. He has no interest in doing so. And Shedeur Sanders obviously headed to the NFL. I think adding Deion would just make the Cowboys an even bigger soap opera, because you know that he loves the cameras on him and he loves to get clicks. He loves to show off and be the center of attention, and for good reason. I mean, he's a winning football coach now, so it's fine. I'm good with that if you're winning football games for me. But I don't know how Jerry Jones would feel about that. I don't know how Deion Sanders would feel about Jerry Jones taking press conferences after a game just outside of the locker room. Like, dude, you're the owner. I get that you're the GM, but you're the owner. You're signing our checks here, and you're trying to play strategist. You're trying to act like you're the football mind behind this. And he is the football mind behind this. He's the football mind behind this 3-6 garbage football team. I don't know if Deion Sanders could come in and change that or make any sort of difference whatsoever. I don't know if Jerry Jones will allow anybody to come in and have their fingerprints on the roster. I just don't see that happening. I'm not going to call Deion an egomaniac, but he's got an ego. He's got a big ego. And Jerry Jones is definitely an egomaniac. So there's bound to be some head clashing and some one-on-one just disputes between those two guys. It's bound to happen. They both got a lot of pride. And I don't know if Deion is going to sign up for working under Jerry Jones. I'm sure he's going to pay him well. There's no doubt about that. But things are going to have to run through Jerry. And I don't know if Deion's going to be all right with that. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you want to see Deion Sanders, primetime, as the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys? If not, who would you like to see occupy that role? And Stephen A. Smith, is he nuts for saying that the Dallas Cowboys should draft Shedeur Sanders and bring on his dad as the coach? I think he's nuts. I think Stephen A.'s lost it. Let me know in the comments down below. Go Cowboys.